Well, hey there! This is day 1 of week 4, reading through the devotional series, This Changes Everything. Here we go. If you were asked right now to name the most important thing to you, what would your answer be? Would it be a thing? Would it be a person? Maybe it would even be a place. Or would you answer in the form of an action? Say, a hobby like playing a sport or a musical instrument. One of the things that makes us all unique is the things that we each find important. It differs from person to person, doesn't it? Sometimes the things that are important to us are healthy, positive things, but sometimes they aren't. And in the passage we're going to look at today, we're going to see what happens when our heart's affection is placed on the wrong kinds of important things. Go grab your Bible and read Luke chapter 12, verses 32 through 34. Pause the video and read through that on your own right now. Luke 12, 32 through 34. Okay, this passage comes in the midst of a section of Luke's gospel where he's recording a lot of Jesus' teachings. Here, Jesus is helping his followers focus on what is truly important and what isn't. Jesus is helping them see that possessions aren't important. In fact, for many of them, the best thing to do would be to sell them. Jesus knew that for these people, their possessions were causing them to veer away from God. But Jesus is making a very general statement to all his listeners about what things occupy their hearts. Now don't miss verse 34. Here Jesus puts folks on notice. He says, in essence, if you live your life craving stuff, you're all out of whack. You love the wrong things. The treasure Jesus mentions here, it's not money. It's righteous living. It's gracious, merciful actions done out of love for Jesus and for others. And when we've been transformed by the gospel, these kinds of actions are the stuff that really matters. It's a new kind of economy of importance, made possible and through the gospel. Okay, think about what we just went through and answer these questions. Number 1, do you struggle with wanting earthly things, earthly treasures, aka more stuff? Why do you think people are prone to these types of thoughts and behaviors? Okay, number 2, by this point in this book, we've talked enough about this and to be able to answer this question, or to get pretty close. What is it about the gospel that changes this desire in us? Number 3, what, if any, changes do you need to make in your life to get right with God in this area? And finally, if you struggle with this, if you struggle with wanting stuff and desiring earthly treasures, pray that God would lead you in dealing with this. If this isn't something you struggle with, pray that God would continue to give you a spirit of generosity. Okay, that's day 1 of week 4. We'll see you tomorrow.